Hey everyone, Andrigats here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick and easy guide on Artisan Curios, new items that have been introduced with patch 10.07. And if you stay till the end, you can also get a few tips on how to use them to make that extra bit of gold. Artisan Curios are basically profession-related items which drop from any mob throughout the Forbidden Reach. At first, they drop as damaged curios, which is the rare form of the curio, and then they can be repaired by various professions and turn into the epic version. They can be repaired by either yourself if you have that particular profession of the artisan curio you found, or through work orders, public or even personal ones. Once repaired, they'll be used to interact with a specific object to summon a rare mob, which drops a bunch of profession-related items. These different objects you need to interact with can have multiple spawn locations throughout the zone, but as soon as you are close to one, you will see a star icon popping up on the minimap. Each profession has a different curio and summons a different rare, and when the rare is defeated, it can drop some pretty neat rewards, such as profession-related items and reagents. Like let's say you kill the enchanting one. You might find resonant crystals, dust and so on. They also drop 5 artisan metals during the first kill per week, as well as just general dragonite supplies, elemental overflow and so forth. They can also drop vault keys, dragon shards of knowledge and primalist gear tokens. And don't forget that the vault keys and the primalist tokens are both account-wise, so you can send them to your alts. That's what everyone will get, but the person who actually summoned the rare and has that profession for which the rare is tied to will receive extra bonus loot and also an extra point of knowledge for that particular profession. You also need to keep in mind that you can only get 1 knowledge point per profession each week, and thus you cannot farm the rare for more than 1 knowledge points. So each week you can earn 1 additional knowledge point for each of your professions, and you'll have to summon them to actually get that point. We have 9 Artisan Curios that can drop from any mob, basically 1 for each crafting profession plus cooking. All of these work in the same way. You get the rare drop from mobs, then you craft the epic curio either through work orders or if you have the profession you can do it yourself, and once you do that you need to find a specific glowing object around the zone, interact with it and summon the rare. If we take alchemy for example, you will have to bring a dragonic suppression powder to a volatile brazier to summon Agni Blazehoof. In the end he dropped potions since this is the alchemy rare we're talking about, and he also gave my alchemist alt who summoned him a knowledge point, plus extra bonus items. That's as far as crafting professions go. Now for the gathering professions, things work a bit differently. In the case of herbalism, skinning, mining and fishing, their artisan curios can only be looted by actively gathering and will automatically be their epic version. There isn't any recipe to go through to transform the damaged curio to the epic version. And speaking of recipes, you can buy artisan curio designs from Trader Haggard in Market Village. They cost 10 artisan metals each, and they also need 15 Dragonite's profession skill to learn. These will cover all crafting professions plus the cooking one. And as I mentioned before, you don't need any recipes for the gathering ones. The Artisan Curios will drop instantly as their epic form. Something noteworthy is that the curios will drop for anyone. They're not limited to those who can craft the epic version of a specific curio. Why don't we take the alchemy example again? Diamond powder can drop for anyone, not only to alchemists, but only alchemists will be able to repair it and craft the epic powder needed to spawn the rare. The hidden rares you summon have quite low HP and are very easy to kill solo, but since the reach is currently overflowing with people, you will most likely getting some help even if you don't want it. As you can tell, in order to find specific curios for your own professions, you will have to farm a bunch of mobs. Because basically what you're doing is you're trying to find a rare drop out of 9 rare items that could possibly drop. What I found to be the best farming spot was along the shores of Morquid Island and also on the shores of the mainland Forbidden Reach. The pirates here are easy to kill and they do come in packs, so it helped me kill them faster. What I'm most excited about is that the curios can be used for money making. The repaired epic curios can also be sold at the auction house, so that could potentially be a great way to make some extra gold. The reason? Well, people are lazy and they probably won't be able to go through the entire process, farming the damaged curio and then repairing it every week. They just want that extra knowledge point for the week. So they might prefer going up to the auction house, buying that epic curio, easy peasy, summon the rare and get done with it. So for sure, you can make a ton of gold by selling them, but you will have the biggest results if you already have an army of alts with a different set of professions. What I mean is, you can farm the rare curios in your main, which probably should be a lot easier, and through crafting orders you can craft the epic versions and sell them. That is, if you are not interested in summoning the rares. Right now on my realm they go for thousands, and I bet this is the case on your realm too, but you will have to check on your own to be sure. If in any case they are much cheaper, you could potentially save them for later in the patch when people run out of things to do and still want to maximize their points each week. And as you can see, there is one particular curio, the crystal tuning fork, which has the highest price, and probably that's gonna be the case in your realm too. This is the Jewelcrafting curio, and the reason it's so expensive is when you use it on a resonant crystal, you can summon Amethyst, a rare who will drop the design for Unstable Elementium. This item can be used to upgrade primordial stones, gems which you can slot into the Onyx Amulet ring to gain powerful effects. And since it's tied to player power, you can imagine how many people will want it. Like, if you were to farm only one curio, then I'll say go for the crystal fork. And if you do come across any of the other ones, which chances is you will, use the crafting system if you don't have the profession that the curio is related to. Even if none of your alts or your main has that particular profession, post a public order and you should be able to get some extra gold when you sell it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you got any questions, feel free to ask away in the comments section. As always, thank you so much for watching my content, and if you want to support my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/AndrikatsGames, where I'm mostly streaming World of Warcraft. Good luck with whatever you're doing, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye!